Oh God. Good evening. Welcome to Comic Core Roundtable. It's going to be a quick one. We're going to forego most of the formalities because here's Cat and Mark. Here's Drew, and we have a very special guest today that we just want to dive right into the this very particular and very important interview, surprise interview, and that is none other than Mark BKR's mother, Michelle. Hey, how are you?
I'm well.
So, like, there are tons of questions that we need to ask you. And
about Mark?
yeah.
Mostly about the angle you dropped him at. Small child.
Oh, no, he fell out of his crib by himself.
So typically, Michelle, when I meet a new, female counterpart, I how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Chad, simmer down.
All right. So
Chad likes to get spicy.
Oh no, I don't want that. Hold on. There we go, Michelle. Well, I've heard that you have an affinity for a small collection of human heads. Is that true?
Oh, just one. Just one to seed the collection. Yes.
And what do you do with said human head?
He hangs out on the shelf back there. So.
Okay.
And you're very sexist to gender him. It could be a fine female back there.
It could be.
Mark told me his name was Fred.
Assume that Skull's
Mark
gender.
named him Fred because Mark knocked him off of my TV console when he was house sitting one weekend.
Sorry about that.
So, what was the weirdest thing that Mark has eaten in front of you? Because he has a very eclectic taste.
Yeah, Mark is our resident eater.
He didn't eat a worm or something in the backyard one time. Like more than one.
Yeah.
With Alex. Yeah. I think that's probably the strangest thing that I've seen. I mean, food-wise, I don't really care. He's always eating.
Was he a picky eater when he was growing up, or would he eat anything?
He would eat anything. I was fortunate.
Okay.
We want kids to eat everything.
Okay.
So wait.
What have I done?
Well, I was trying to think if there's anything you wouldn't have eaten. I don't think there's anything you didn't eat.
Not.
No.
So
we haven't found anything yet that he won't eat.
No.
He really eats everything, and sometimes right now he is best known for his tuna fish buffalo
tuna pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
He's done
So-
it a few times.
It doesn't sound good, Mark.
It smells bad.
So it is okay. So like right now, you have Mark as your son. Now you have this phenomenal daughter-in-law in Cat Ren Figures. So tell us about yourself. How many other offshoots do you have? I couldn't think of the word.
Offshoots.
Offspring. They're called sisters.
I've never met your sisters, man, and like I know for the fact that you have to be the black sheep on this one. You're like they're probably all like super. They eat with forks.
They're
And
probably
they
fairly
wear shoes.
normal young
They cook
ladies.
their food thoroughly. They wash their dishes. They fold their laundry.
No,
No,
Mark,
wait, I take that back. The two of them do not fold their laundry. I've had 4 children.
4 children.
Yes.
And is Mark your only boy?
Correct. So I have a stepson, so he's like a second son. So
He's not
You
outside.
call him Diet Mark? Because I would.
Do you call him
diet.
Mark? Like
Yeah,
Mark,
he's only your stepson, so he's not like Mark. He's just like Diet Mark.
he's got half the calories.
Yeah, all the flavor, but half the calories of regular Mark.
He's like Tab.
Yeah,
call
he probably would. He would be like, RC,
Like-
no
RC.
sodium.
RC.
Yeah. Tell Jesse he's RC at the next family gathering.
Well, too many Zoom meetings. So.
I am so interested in like Mark's affection and his for being outside and chasing invisible bats.
They were not invisible. They were diving at my head.
Yeah, and
Your head was clearly on camera. There were no bats.
there was nothing there, dude.
Caitlin, did you not hear the bats later that day?
But that doesn't explain the present time, Mark. Like later isn't.
Your mom's not even taking your side.
Threw you right under the bus there, buddy.
So Michelle, Mark does speak extremely fond of you. He said that I forget you have your master's or doctorate, correct?
No, I only have my bachelor's. My oldest one has her master's.
Okay, cool. I got to let this next person in here too, and just explain. Hey, Annie Banks, how are you?
Hi, I am
Annie.
pretty well. How are you guys?
So,
How are we all doing tonight?
We are doing fine. This is Breaking Down the Walls with Mark BKR. His mom.
What is
we-
Mark eating tonight? Mark,
We-
what are we
we're not
on
sure.
to?
Do you know he has his own theme song, Michelle?
No,
No,
I would love to hear it. Mark, let's hear it.
This is it. I'll play it for you.
What the f is Mark eating?
I'm eating pizza.
Can we take
Pizza.
Mark's face so we can see?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna be so disappointed
Logo.
because it's just
Wait, Kat, do you
pepperoni.
have your Grogu? Let me get my Grogu. Hold
Yes.
on.
Now,
Hold
this-
on.
That's what we need.
Michelle, this is where it's gonna get. Michelle, this is where it gets weird because we
Oh.
talk about Grogu.
Okay, see,
Hey, what a finale.
well,
I have my
was,
boy.
I was
Dude,
talking.
I cried.
Okay, this does have red pepper on it.
I cried.
Had red pepper on it.
I
Yeah.
cried.
All that
Oh
effort
my
to get
God.
out red
When
pepper.
I
Everyone's
saw
going up.
who it was at the end of like the tunnel scene, I was really expecting Ezra Bridger, and I was expecting kind of like a Rebels arc.
I'm not gonna lie, this thing creeps me out.
Yeah, he yelled at
Is
her
it the
earlier.
eyes?
Look at the eyes.
He's like, don't
Michelle
look at
was
me
was
like
Mark
that. Is that the
easily
sideshow
creeped
one?
down as a child? Did
We
was
can
Mark a
still
brave kid?
Mark was scared. Mark looks like someone that was scared of gremlins as a baby, or like a child. And now that we got these little gremlins. He's
They need to be
They're
nice.
They're trying to dig up as much dirt on Mark as possible.
So,
This is just a Mark Rose session.
Michelle, can you give us
Afraid of a lot of things.
can you give us 2 like solid minutes of horrifyingly embarrassing? I'm talking crippling embarrassing moments in Mark's youth. No holds barred. I hold the controls here. I can mute them.
I don't know that that's very nice.
Well, no, it 100% it isn't. But we like to know. Like he had this weird. He showed people. Did he tell you that he joined the Yakuza, or I'm sorry,
Mark joined the Yakuza?
The
There's the
Yakuza
triads.
the triads
in Chicago.
in Chicago
Yeah.
in
Okay,
They,
Chinatown.
they also
We don't talk
watched
about
someone die.
And then at 4 a.m, he was showing people how to eat squid with and noodles.
It was true. I sat next to him with
Good.
I
Chinese
was
food at
not
4 in
there.
the
I
morning.
was asleep at the Airbnb.
And unfortunately, I had to fight my way through a hallway to get back another person's. Like literally, I have
You missed
scars.
Chinese food. It was the
What
best
Daredevil
time ever.
comic was?
So I mean, we just want to know where and how he developed these particular eating skills.
His wait, let me think. His Y chromosome. That's who contributed to the oddity of his eating. So yes, that
So
was
was
his
it-
parent,
was
not
it kind of
from
like? So, Mark, is your dad the guy that eats the hot dogs on 4th of July?
Professor.
His dad?
No, Y chromosome. Never mind. That was
No,
a joke.
yeah, XY is my fault. No,
Okay.
no, he didn't. No, that would be from the other side, not from me or our side.
I don't know. He used to swallow what hard-boiled eggs whole.
Whole hard-boiled egg.
What?
Mark, have you tried that?
No, I would never try that a day in my life. That's just ugh.
That was the nastiest thing to watch. It's like some damn snake swallowing a frog or whatever. Rat.
Do you have any animal like pets? Like
Yes.
exotic pets?
No, just Sister Barney here who's sleeping.
Okay, cool.
No, I don't
Did-
have any exotic.
No,
You're
it's not
frozen.
loading.
What was
It wasn't loading.
No, we're good. We're good.
I don't want to see the dog.
So, Mark, do you have any questions that you want to ask your mom? Things that this is opportunity. This is a safe circle. You know, we did the whole.
Mark would have to give me permission to share any stories because I'm sure. That
Oh
he
God,
can in mind.
Mark, please. Our viewership is down. we need something. Legend doesn't come up. Carson's
Legend
always
doesn't
working.
come on.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on. We need something. And honestly, Mama, wait, that's weird. Your moms are both named that. Wow.
Like Martha?
Like that was a whole thing.
Say that name.
I don't
Okay.
know.
How many trees
I
did I
made
get
it up.
stuck in as a kid?
Probably about 4 or 5.
So he was like a cat. He like gets stuck in trees. You have to call the fire department.
No, the rule was you couldn't crawl any taller than what you can get yourself back down. And if he'd
Yeah.
crawl up and then he'd sit there and start whining, I'd leave him there for 15, 20 minutes, which he felt was like an hour. And then I'd go save him. And that would put it off for another few weeks.
Why do
Our
I?
viewers are under the impression that Caitlin makes Mark sleep in a box in the garage when he's bad. Do
I'm
you
sure
think
that
that?
he doesn't even need permission. He just looks and walks off, I'm sure.
Do you think that his time being stuck in trees prepared him for a lonely existence in a box in the garage?
I think being brought up with 4 females in the house probably prepared him to live in a box in the garage.
Now is Mark the middle? Is he the oldest or the youngest?
He's the second. So he's second to the 4. So
Okay. And do you know?
it's Monica, Mark, Amanda, then the step kid comes in, Jesse, and then Nicole. So the 4 that I raised was, Mark, Monica, Amanda, Nicole.
And we have none other than the great legend himself. Hey, Ledge, what is up, my man?
I mean, it's great to be here tonight live here on Comic Horror Roundtable. We're excited, and it's great to have everyone here tonight.
So, hey, Ledge, thanks.
Michelle, very great to have you here tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with the Comic Horror.
This is Michelle, and she is Mark's mother.
Yeah. All right.
And you can ask her anything. Mark said it's all fair.
It is.
All
Okay.
right. All right. Well, I
He
don't
just said,
have,
hey.
I don't have no questions at the moment.
Okay. I've got one.
Oh, now this is gonna be good because this is like daughter-in-law coming to you for trust.
No, not like that.
This could ruin families. Let's do this.
Oh, it wouldn't ruin
No,
ours.
no. Okay, so when we were teenagers, whenever Mark was in trouble, you would always try to ground him, and nothing ever seemed to work. So, like, your biggest punishment was, okay, you're grounded from Katie. You can't see Katie. How many times do you think you grounded me from being at your house?
Oh, God. In high school?
Yeah.
At least every other month.
Ah,
That was
So-
her big punishment. She's like, "Don't come over." She's like, "But you can still pick up Nicole, and you two can go out and do stuff."
We just have some things from the chat. And,
Well, the,
it says,
no, the,
so Mark.
greatest, the greatest thing about you dating Mark was that if he wouldn't listen, I would call Katie, and then Katie would call him, and he'd go do whatever I asked him to do because he wouldn't listen.
yeah.
And he'd get so pissed off. He'd be like, "Stop calling Katie." And I'm like, "Well, if you listened to me the first time, I would."
Oh my God, that is so awesome.
I'm no rat, but I want to let you in on a time when we were right before we joined the Triad in Chicago. We were having a little bit too much fun here. Here you see on the end there is Chad.
Yep.
And Mark's going to be enjoying
Mark's
some
in the
beverages
green
here.
hoodie.
Our friend Carson here, as well as Spider Grandpa. That was a Chinatown karaoke bar in Chicago, and right after that, we marched through the slums and got Chinese food in the middle of the night. So
It was great.
yeah.
Mark actually sang too.
A little. I was kind of hammered.
Kind of hammered.
He's saying "I'm every woman," and he hit the notes. It was impressive. I'm every woman.
I don't know if he hit the notes, but he certainly gave it his all.
Yeah, he tried. He does not. He succeeded.
Well, it's good to give 100% in whatever you do.
Aw.
What an awesome mom statement. Oh my god. So did Mark play sports? Any sports?
No. He signed up for swimming for like what, a few weeks or something.
He got kicked off the team.
No.
Mark, I didn't know you were a swimmer.
Mark, what was your event? What did you used to swim?
He didn't
What
make
was
it
your
that
event
far.
that
He got
You didn't make
kicked
the
off.
team?
He just signed up. He never showed up.
No, I showed up, but I got
Mark heard breaststroke and he signed up. It didn't work out for him.
He thought it was chicken.
Not what he thought it was.
He just knew he looked good in Speedos.
Oh my goodness. Mark, you knew you could have shaved off all your body hair without joining the swim team.
Yeah, but you know.
Mark, you know what, Mark? I double dog dare you to shave everything off now.
No.
Hair,
I would
eyebrows,
agree.
the whole nine.
No.
Okay.
No.
No.
I'm a Mark.
Mark,
I'm
I
saying
double
no.
dog dare you. I double dog dare you to go just shave some like lines in your eyebrow like Vanilla Ice.
No.
Oh, hey, by the way, Chad, that little text on the bottom, that's not even the story we're at.
It's a different story.
Don't
Yeah,
correct
it
him.
is. I bet it is.
I think it is. Call this number and ask for Mark. Chris Barrett, you're not doing anything tomorrow?
No, Chris Barrett's not doing anything tomorrow.
Give him a call. He wants a tuna buffalo bagel.
Damn.
A tuna buffalo bagel. That sounds awful.
Actually, doesn't
I-
sound that bad.
and I knew you would say that.
That's exactly. Yeah. He's on brand tonight, fellas. He's on brand
Okay.
tonight.
Tuna
The only
and
thing that you
buffalo
put on-
sauce, that might be pretty good though, right?
No, you gotta get blueberry bagels, and then you
Oh,
can make
God.
a burger.
What? You know
Again,
you lost me already.
you just made it weird.
Yeah.
Just made it weird.
Vinegar.
Every time you make it weird.
It could have
That
been
would-
like a pumpernickel bagel. That would have been fine. A
An
plain
everything bagel. An
everything bagel, onion
Oh,
bagel
everything
would have been
bagel,
okay.
I put on everything, literally.
Yeah.
You went
Okay,
blueberry.
Mark, what is the standard for tomatoes on a sub?
On a what?
On a sub? On a
Oh, I
hero?
thought you said- I was like, what the
What
hell are you
size?
saying?
What size?
You
I'll
don't
tell
have
you
to-
what size.
look,
Mark, what's your biggest one?
How many tomatoes? I would
No,
average.
what's your
12
big 12 incher?
12-inch. Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have like a 14 incher just like, yeah, we're bigger than everybody else.
Nope.
No.
No.
That'd be fun.
Look, Mark, you don't have to take any sort of criticism from Chad. He put the potatoes in his Sunday gravy.
That's true.
Size.
We thank God we don't have
He was
Christy
also
on here.
trying to drink coffee at a con.
Where is Christy, anyways? Whatever happened to her?
Oh, she gets around.
You just I'm sure she does. You just have to say her name 3 times. And she's like Beetlejuice. She appears. You should-
That made me look down and see if she was in the backstage. Or not.
Do we want to tell your mom about when you fell asleep at Baltimore Comic Con and those kids tried to poke you with a stick because they thought you
Oh,
were dead?
they thought he was
What
dead.
happened to Baltimore Comic Con?
So
What didn't happen in Baltimore?
we're
Comic Con?
literally
Yeah,
in the middle of an interview and Chad's sitting next to me. We're on camera and somebody's like trying to get my attention off camera. And I think it was John's Comics with Kids. And he's like, you might want to go get your hubby. And I was like, what? And I'm looking over and out of the corner of my eye, I see Mark's asleep, propped up against one of the pillars there in the convention center, and there's some kids that have circled around him that have found a stick, and they're trying like some up the courage to poke him, and I'm like, get him.
Yeah, poke him. Go for it, kids.
No, like, wake him up.
Baltimore sounds like a riot.
I'm sorry, but
Chicago was kind of. I think Chicago was
Look,
a little.
Hey,
I was
here's
so
the
tired
thing:
of
is you're not allowed to say Baltimore and riot at the same time. We get very sensitive about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize. Hey, Drew, what will it take?
I'm
for you
just
to forgive
kidding.
me?
We have riots all the time.
What will it take for you to forgive me? What do I have to do? Apologize about Dr. Doom comments I made last week?
You don't have to apologize for your comments. You just have to never expect me to apologize for mine, and we'll be okay.
I think she accepts you. I think like Annie Banks is Drew's #1 fan.
Well, at least I've got one.
Yeah, at least you have one. I just sit here.
Drew fan club member, population me.
Aw.
Drew's
That's so
Drew's one of
nice.
those people where, like, you first meet him kind of on the internet, and you meet him in person, like, oh, this guy's kind of an asshole, and then you meet him in person, like, oh, he's really an asshole.
Like he
And
is,
you're
no,
with him,
but he's
and
like
you're
the coolest
you're
dude. Like honest to God.
he's a total asshole, but I love this guy.
But you would kill
Yeah.
him. Like honestly, I would probably murder somebody for
Drew,
Mark,
you're
did you
the
tell your
biggest
mom
asshole.
about pulling pranks
But I
on
have so
Katie
much
in
love
the
for you.
parking garage? 'Cause
Nope.
I have
Oh.
that on video.
Yes.
what's that?
You never
car.
told your mom that? Yeah.
Yeah,
They
she-
tried
yeah.
to abandon me.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, you
They tried to leave me.
We didn't abandon her. We literally moved the parking space like 2 feet over.
No, you didn't.
It was like 4 spots over.
It was,
I'm right
it was,
down here.
it was literally 2 rows of parking, and
Yeah.
we went into the next row, and you had no idea where we were.
I could have been kidnapped. Okay.
We had eyes on you the entire time.
But you weren't.
I could have been. I approached a large group of men, not knowing who they were, thinking, oh, yeah, my guys are in there. No, they offered me a ride, not the ride I necessarily wanted.
And then they tried to hit me with a car once. Mark tried to hit me with a car.
No, the car warned them so they wouldn't hit you.
The car warned us.
That just sounds like you excusing them for trying to hit you.
No, listen, I
No.
No. We were in the parking garage, our rental, and he went to go pay for parking. And the car just lights up because he bent down in front of it to, like, I think he dropped his card or something. And this huge, like, just lights everywhere. And it says large animal brace for impact. And it's like an outline of Chad. And it was so funny.
This is the car, and the car actually, you know what's even funnier than that? It applied the brakes itself.
It alerted us.
of a large approaching animal. I'm happy that makes you laugh there, Annie.
That's the funny thing. Like, Chad,
Oh my god. I okay. I have to sing in that list of celebrities. Thinking of
Oh yeah, you do.
yeah.
We forgot to tell you about that. I gotta talk to you about that later.
Hey, I was gonna ask Michelle about Mark. Has he always been like always just eating and
Yeah.
eating and eating?
That's the only question we've all been
Hey,
asking.
Yes.
What
He's always been
hobbies-
very creative.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was cutting you
He
off.
used to drink like almost a half a gallon of milk a day. Like when you go to the grocery store when he was younger, I'd buy like 5 gallons a week.
And now he drinks a half a gallon of vodka.
Oh my god!
Sounds like an improvement to me.
So what is the like what were his hobbies, honestly? Like he's a man of mystery, suspense, a world traveler.
man of mystery.
He tried to bring home jellyfish in his pockets. I mean,
Oh, we brought a porcupine home from Alaska
Yeah.
and had it in our freezer.
in your freezer,
That was-
it was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dead.
So you brought
He
home a
brought it
dead.
home,
Why?
What were you gonna do with it?
Why? Why would you bring home a dead porcupine?
Because you can
Mark,
sell the
what did you
quills
want
for
to do?
$20 a piece.
Why did they get you high or something?
No. You sell you sell the quills.
To who?
Yeah.
Oh,
To
it's real.
what purpose?
Did you ever line up any buyers, or it's still in the freezer?
Oh,
Mom
we-
threw it away.
Well, I mean, and on top of that, I wanted to get my younger sister back for putting things under my pillow.
Wait, but like they
You
don't
put a
have
dead
like
porcupine under her pillow. Sounds a bit
from
extreme,
Alaska.
Mark.
Wait a second.
Amanda?
You had to. How
Yeah.
did you ship
Oh, okay.
that?
He brought it home. With
I
him.
just left it in my carry-on.
Oh my god.
What the fuck is wrong with any? And oh my god, TSA.
Dude, you can bring
Yeah.
anything back from Alaska.
When was the last time you flew? Was it pre 9/11 or post 9/11?
Post.
When was
What,
it?
you bring a dead porcupine on the plane post 9/11?
Like you could have taken over that plane with those quills.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
You
telling me
got-
that you could take a dead porcupine on a plane, but I can't take 3 ounces of shampoo with me?
It's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Exactly.
Hey, it's okay. I also got on the plane with a pocket knife.
That's just irresponsible.
Mark, what other crimes have you committed?
Mark,
Mark,
Has
what-
Mark ever been in
I-
jail?
I think I want to take a different approach to this interrogation. I'm sorry for
Yeah.
interrogating you, Michelle, but I want to know. They've been a package deal from the beginning. Katie and Mark always together. You were there at the inception of their relationship. I want to know, did you always think that Caitlin was the one, or did you have your doubts?
Oh God.
Caitlin could keep him on a short leash, so I pretty much thought she could handle him.
There you
So,
go.
Was it?
That's kind of the way we feel about it too.
Is it a figurative leash or is it actual? Like,
It
I
might
mean,
actually be a real
Whoa,
leash.
whoa. We don't talk about that, Chad.
okay.
There, we found the line, folks. Folks, we found the line.
Hey,
That we're good with that. We just ask questions until somebody says no.
Until we find the line.
Look at Legend. He's just down there shaking and bobbing. He's oh god.
Oh my
Also,
God.
the
Mark-
middle puffs really hurt. I like
What else? I mean, like honestly, he brought home a jellyfish from Alaska, and in his yeah, and then it put Katie in the hospital because she's
I
allergic to
wasn't in the
like.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
hospital. I just had a really bad reaction to it.
It was
I
an
had
accident.
burns from it.
Most people have a really bad reaction when they find out their significant other has a jellyfish in their pocket.
That's called
No, I
like a
just saw
weekend in Chicago.
specialist.
So, like, I mean, were you hoping to bring these like animals and like sea creatures and crustaceans home and like experiment on them, or like what was your ideal plan,
It was an accident. They were just infused with my clothes. Like,
dude?
like-
Shut up! Who says a porcupine is an accident? You have to fucking think that one through, Mark. It's not like, oh no, I dropped a dead porcupine in my satchel.
I think the funniest one was him trying to convince me to sign over a release form stating that we had sent a cat there. I was supposed to forge a bunch
What
of
the
documents
fuck?
to state that we'd actually sent a cat there. And I was like, why are you trying to get a cat here? He's like, oh no. He's like, I'm trying to bring a fox home.
Ah,
He had an entire
Dead
plan.
or alive? First,
I was
alive.
alive.
It was
Okay.
alive.
Yeah.
He
Dead
made a
or
little
alive.
fox friend there in Alaska, and he wanted to bring it home with him.
So, what was its name, Mark?
Just Fox.
Did it?
He made a
Oh,
little
yeah.
fox friend
Mark,
and me to
did it
fill out
talk to
the
you?
forms for it.
Did it talk to me? No, but it ate a lot of my food.
And
I'm
did you?
surprised that you were a fan of that.
Well, I mean, when you
Did
get
you feel like a kindred spirit? Is that? Oh
when it ate out of my hands a little bit, yeah.
my goodness.
Did you?
It,
Did you pet it?
it was very mangy. There's
What
matted
did you
fur.
want?
So wait. You no.
You just pet a rabbit
Hold
animal.
on.
Why'd you want to
Hey.
bring it home?
Hold on. You brought home a jellyfish, right? You brought home a dead porcupine, and now you were going to bring home a disease-ridden.
Okay,
Fuck.
it wasn't
Did you leave
mange.
anything behind
It was
in
a
Alaska?
mange. It was like more like matted fur. It was not the softest thing you would think.
that's kind of mangy, though. You don't think
Yeah.
of matted fur and you go, man, that's a domesticated animal.
Did you brush it? Did you try to
Did you
brush
brush it?
I wouldn't
you
let me
brush it?
It would not let
Did
me
you
brush
brush
it.
them out?
it? Look, first you gotta sucker him in a little bit, and then you brush him, and then no more matted fur. Mark.
I
Come
mean,
on.
I tried, but it kept backing its head back every time I like petted it a couple times.
Well, maybe it wasn't your friend.
But I got it in a freaking cage for a little bit, and it still broke out.
It sounds like a
Because
prisoner, Mark.
Age.
Mark, how do you feel in your box? Do you feel like a friend or do you feel like a prisoner?
Depends if I put myself there or not.
So, did Mark wear wigs, or like did his sisters dress him up at all? Like
Was Mark the model for their fashion
for the fashion shows or anything like that?
Do they have to play Barbies?
They would lay out his clothes for him, and then he got really good at. He would help me with my clothes because I'm really suck at accessorizing and
A little
picking
bit of a fashionista.
He used to dye your hair. I think all.
Oh,
What colors are we? We're talking like a natural highlight, or are we talking various colors?
I think the worst one was the pink. When we were in St. Louis.
Pink hair.
Supposed to be red, and it just was a bright pink.
How very 2020 of you back in the day there, Mark.
It was supposed to be red.
It was supposed to be red?
It was supposed to be red, but then I went swimming the next day and it bleached it out.
Yeah, it was supposed to be red.
Chad, who are you talking to down there?
Chris Barrett wants to chime in and said, Mark, the TSA may be bad at their jobs, but they know the difference between a fox and a cat. I'm not sure if that's true.
I'm not sure if that's true either. They were terrible at their jobs.
What are you doing, Chad?
I got into the plane
in solo mode.
I wasn't supposed to.
Chad's muted and he's in solo mode, and
There you go.
Yeah.
we don't know what's going on.
There's also one time I gave the.
He wore my
TSA
skinny jeans one day and wouldn't give them back.
Hey, there you go. That's the kind of juice we're looking for. Come on, Michelle. That was way too long to get to that story. Mark stole his mom's skinny jeans and refused to return them. That's a good story. I like that already. What was it about these jeans, Mark?
It was the style at the time.
Was it?
At our high school, it was, yeah.
The skinny jeans were the thing in the early 2000s.
Michelle? Oh, whoa! What the hell just happened? She disappeared.
Gross.
She's
Goodbye,
moving.
Michelle.
All right. So, Michelle, real quick. Okay.
But anyway,
She's back. She's coming back. Hey, there we go. Michelle. Michelle, question for you. At any point in Mark's youth, damn it!
Man, Mark's youth. We were getting to Mark's youth. We were talking about young boys. We were talking about John Tunstall.
Wait a minute, John Tunstall. We're talking. Do you think John Tunstall wants his little boys wearing their
Hey,
mommy pants?
All right, what was the question?
What the
Chad?
fuck, Mark?
Did
Your mom threw you right under the bus on that one.
I'll ask Kat Wren this. Kat, at any point while you've been dating Mark, did this song ever play? Alexa, resume.
I had a question for her.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
Yeah, he nailed it. Nailed it.
We just got demonetized.
Oh my God.
Alexa, stop.
He had the wig.
He's got a wig. All right. Dad, what other times do you wear that in?
What's that?
When else do you wear that wig? I want to know. What's
I
in
was
that
gonna
time?
ask your mom what her Alzheimer's name for you is.
Oh, God.
Is it Steve?
No.
Marjorie?
I just wanted to know where it came from. No, she actually has one for him.
What is it?
It's funnier if she tells you. I'm trying to see if we can get her back.
Oh, very nice. Wow. Who is that? Who is she?
I,
The cold never bothered me.
Hello. Well, hello. It's the mother of bricks.
mother of bricks. Oh man, we got a steady 3 watching this thing.
He dropped
Yeah,
I'm down to
baby.
1 there for a minute. Thank you, Chris
Chad's
Barrett.
wig.
Thank you, Chris Barrett, for hanging out.
Chris Barrett hung out. He's
I'm
like, I'm
trying
gonna
to
hang
like,
Yeah, check her out like a
trying to like
champ.
open this video in like 10 different tabs and try to
Mark's,
get 10 views that way.
Mark's mom's Alzheimer name for him is
It didn't work, though.
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie.
She
All right.
says it's from the movie The Love Boat.
It sounds like a Nancy
The
Drew
bartender.
name.
The Love Boats. The Love Boat. What was the Love Boats bartender's name? That
Love Boat.
She said it's Mackenzie.
no, it wasn't Love Boat bartender.
Was it Whoopi
Yeah, it's
Goldberg?
gonna drive me
Oh,
nuts
that was
now.
Picard's
Uh,
bartender.
I can't remember.
I was trying to call her.
I'm trying to have a good time instead.
Maybe her phone died.
Maybe.
Hey guys,
Eddie Lang.
Yeah.
He played Isaac Washington.
Isaac the bartender. That's the name. That's the name I was looking for.
Where the hell did
Radio.
Mackenzie come from?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I wanted to know where it came from.
Mackenzie.
That's what my mom was just calling.
Oh,
Sabotage.
she's calling back.
Hey, what happened?
She didn't want to answer that question. There's too many responses that could have went bad on that. There's two. She didn't want to catch any. She has prior. She wasn't looking for me. All right. Hey, I got
songs in Clerks too. That song is Wild Horses. It is from Silence of the Lambs. That is a joke in the about Silence of the Lambs and that as well. It's about that dude who tucks his wee wee and dances before he puts on ladies' skin as a suit.
Well, what happened to your laptop?
All right. So
I think I covered it.
Okay.
Hey, did you guys read any good comics this week?
Oh God, you know what? I know what.
What'd you read, Budge? What'd you hear?
I'm gonna
What's
let
the
Chad
word, my
go.
man?
I'm gonna let Chad go
That's it.
because I saw Chad.
Typo would
Chad
probably
had
use the
something.
link.
No, I don't. No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, man. Let me tell you. Damn. Hold on now. Let me tell you.
He's
What
gonna
did
get
I
there.
read?
He's gonna get there. Let him reload.
It was the Wonder Woman.
They wanted
The
to
Wonder
know where
Woman and the
Mackenzie
freaking.
came from.
I can't remember the kick-ass women of the Flashpoint, man. Awesome series.
Amazon.
Wonder
Oh,
Woman and
the new Wonder
and
Woman.
The Furies.
Okay.
I don't remember, but it was like that Flashpoint one
Speaker.
for the culture, man. Definitely.
All right.
But the next
Say
thing I'm
something.
reading is Unthinkable because this Monday on
Yeah.
Modern Men, we're reading Fantastic Four, the
Hold
Unthinkable
on.
series, the
Fan
Wade
Four,
and
baby.
Wearing Go
I-
masterpiece
I think we
classic.
can, but hold on, they're talking.
So make sure you tune in Monday 9 Central, 10 Eastern for the Modern Men. But that's basically kind of what I've been reading. But I was going to let you folks know today on the CBR, this guy had a good freaking thing put up. And it was going to talk about the DC solicitations,
I just wanted to know
for
where
March,
Mackenzie came from.
which are
Why
gonna
did you
be
know that?
happening after DC Future Slate. Because I went to this guy's website, cbr.com. I read the article.
CBR? Your source is
Because-
CBR?
That's
CBR. That's his.
Chad's initials are CBR.
So cbr.com.
What's your middle
Chad,
name?
what's
Is it
your middle
Brian?
name? Brian?
When has Mark ever been on a football
I feel like
field?
Brock or something.
Oh, we're gonna tell.
His name's Bryce. Doesn't he look like he plays lacrosse?
Bryce.
Let's
Chad
get it back,
Bryce.
Carson. Carson, we got to get it back on track. So let me keep it on the down low and let me have my flow. And we're gonna continue on, but they're gonna do less singles, man. I think it was like
Yeah.
in its third.
I was actually going to bring that up because when you said that, I was like, how in the hell is he? Like, I mean, we get it. You got like your 7 seconds into the future, but like literally, man, you knew what I was going to say right there.
Well,
I was going to talk about
And
it.
then it's like,
Yeah.
now here's the thing.
I'll turn
Mine
down
is-
your gain, I
Sorry.
think, buddy.
I'm
Turn down your gain a
throw it
little
to
bit.
Chad here in a minute. I'm gonna throw it to Chad here in a minute, but I want to let y'all know this and folks in the chat and everyone here that they're coming out with a lot more of the DC Black labels, which I think that's
Ooh.
kind of freaking cool. I like magazine size. I mean, I've got magazine size boxes in the garage. You know, I've got like 4. You know, I got one almost full magazine size box. You know, anyway, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, Black Label,
Hey,
freaking awesome. And
that
you can get
better?
Mylars. Hey, that sounds pretty. Hey, talk again.
Can you hear me? Is this good?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Just stop laughing, Drew. You've had microphone problems too. Come on now.
He says something until you ask him to say something, then he doesn't say nothing.
You bumbling boob.
You settle down. I got my microphone's figured out here, folks.
Anyway, oh, okay. So, and another thing.
Can you hear me though?
Yeah, you sound great.
Can
Now,
you
let me
hear
mention
me
this.
though?
Let me mention this, Chad. So the Black Labels are cool. They're also going to do some of their young adult fiction books. But if you look at New Frontier Zero, you see Black Adam. So keep your eye on Black Adam. Also on that New Frontier, you get a blue and gold for Carson there, Ted Cord, and Blue Beetle and Booster Gold. You know, you get that kind of action. You get Black Adam in the front. So it's like, okay, well, where's Shazam at? Did Future Slate do something? Why haven't I seen Shazam? So, and why is Black Adam on the forefront?
And Legend brings up a really good point because right here you see Wonder Woman, right? Wonder Woman is going to actually be replaced by her mom again.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also
Chad,
Damien.
take it from here, man. Take it from here, baby. I'm excited.
I like the costume.
Alan
You got
Scott's there.
who? What Damien's costume?
Hey, Alan Scott's there.
No, okay,
representing
so,
diversity.
The new Wonder
You know what I'm
Woman
saying?
costume. I'm not sure if that's actually a costume they're gonna go with, or if
Drew,
that's
you
just
know
a
what I'm
cover,
saying.
what have you.
I know what you're saying.
But like, it
Alan
looks
Scott.
a lot like Lady Sif to me.
Oh yes,
From Marvel.
yeah.
And
So
when I
good.
first saw it, I was like, oh my god, it's Lady Sif, like Lady
Right.
Sif.
No,
da-da-da.
but-
And it's like, oh no, wait, it's Wonder Woman. It's like, okay. I was like, it's a nice costume though, but I didn't
Did
get.
you see
Wonder
that
Woman
Lady
when I
Sif
first
is
saw
going to
it.
return for the new Thor?
But here-
I'm excited.
They got Jamie Alexander back.
But the other thing, guys, if you guys want to really take a look at this, look who's behind her. So my
Spectre.
feelings is that she
Oh.
may die, and she may be taking over the Spectre's. So it's written by Scott John, James Tinney, and Joshua Williamson,
Well, that should be a good
Warren,
one.
Philip Kennedy, Johnson, Brian, Michael Conrad, Joel Jones, and Tim Sheridan. The next DC universe begins here. Dark Knight's Death Metal presented the darkest threat of the multiverse. DC Future State reveals what may lie ahead. Now it's time to look to the infinity frontier of the current day DC universe. That's kind of impressive. What is going on?
Hey, man.
And then next up, we've got the new.
Hey, man, your mic has got so much pops. It sounds like Rice Krispies, man.
So many pops sound like Spider Grandpa.
But no, man, like maybe turn the gain like
Is that
all the way
better?
down, or just kind of like take, maybe like 5-6 inches away from the old mic. Sing into it, baby. Just sing into it.
Yeah, just
So
sing into it.
when is this imprint starting, or when
these
is
are
this new
March.
run starting?
It's
This
all
is March.
after Future State in March. Now, the
Okay.
one thing that I want to talk to you guys about is, have you guys been reading Death Metal? Because
No.
that's the crisis that leads to all of this. And if you had any questions about whether or not it was a crisis, just this week, Death Metal number 6 came out. And I just want to show you guys a couple images real quick.
But okay.
Which one is my cursor and which one's Chad's cursor? There we go. Right. So right here is they're getting ready to fight, make their last stand, and they all say as one universe being the Bat family, one universe being the Aquaman family, one universe being the Green Lanterns, one universe together as the Superman family. And then the next page, right, is Lois and Clark, and they're having their moment there. But the whole deal is Wonder Woman is forging this last weapon. It ends up being her lasso of truth forged out of the nth metal. She says, one universe, I can feel it, all of our history, all the stories, everything we've done, good, bad, all of it. And they said, did he feel that? Feel funny? And Dick says, for once, I agree with the Joker, right? Becoming one history, one story. So basically, they're taking this time right now, and before they end everything, they're putting it all together and making it one continuity, which means that basically they're going to be able to draw from whatever they want. And that's something that they were doing with Rebirth that was really impressive. That, you know, after the New 52 experiment with Didio, he kind of tried to do the same thing again after Rebirth, and I think this is them kind of opening the sandbox back up again. And I think that whether or not we get great single issues, great floppies on a weekly basis from DC, I'm excited about what they're going to be doing as far as a publisher. I knew you were showing the new Batman book, where it's a Batman anthology book. I would ask, do we need another Batman book? But then I look at the creative team that's working on that Batman book, and I'm like, I kind of want an anthology book from all of these people. I'm curious as to if they're going to be long-term storytellers on this anthology story, or if they're going to be rotating in and out with other creators. And even if that's the case, I'm kind of excited to see what a collaborative take on Batman would be from a bunch of different creators.
Well, speaking of Batman, you also have the Green Lantern. You know, you're getting a lot of John Stewart, like, you know, Chad showed that original image. You got the John Stewart, and you got Alan Scott. Jessica Cruz, I think, was in there too. But during, you know, scrolling through it, the March solicitations, we do get a issue 12 of Green Lantern season 2 by Grant Morrison and Liam Sharp. So, man, at least they're kind of finishing that one on out, and we'll just see. I don't know. We'll see. I think they'll probably just end the Hal Jordan, and I don't know where Hal Jordan's going to be with all the action going on with DC. But Chad, what about you, man? Is DC currently, is it the place you want to be?
So your mic doesn't work at all anymore.
Oh, Jim wanted me to do this. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
So they're going from 50 single issues in January, in February, to 31 in March.
Damn. In my mind, I couldn't remember the number, Chad. I was thinking it was 38, and I was hoping it was 38. But when you said 31, I was like, fuck, it was 31.
Right.
I read that this afternoon, and I was like, 31? Oh my God.
And you know what? I've been pretty high on DC this episode so far. I think it's time for me to go back to form. I mean, I've been saying it for months at this point, but like, why are we cutting down to 30 titles and we're getting another Batman book?
You know, they're
you know what I mean? Like that's
more
going to keep you from getting a Shazam book. That's going to keep you from getting, you know, the characters you really want to see.
Hopefully he's not dead, because, you know, when all you see is Black Adam and Black Adam on the Justice League cover,
Right?
Like as a part of the team. Oh, where's Billy? Where the fuck is Billy? I'm sorry, Annie. But you know, I love my Shazam. Oh my God, Billy Batson.
But we're going to do a compliment sandwich here and end it by saying that DC gave me something that I was very, very happy to have. And that's the start of the digital first Super Sons series. So check that shit out, because that was really, really fucking good.
All the digital, was it called DC Digital First? Great stuff coming up from that. And plus, you're getting some, you know, compilation books. You're getting the young adult novel books, which look pretty cool. What'd you think, Kat?
What's the
let's not think about that abomination that they're trying to release of
Kat,
not Starfire.
Kat, I wanted your opinion on this. John's
Oh,
Comics with Kids says he heard that Nightwing's going to be written by Tom Taylor in March. And yeah, it's going to be written by Tom Taylor, but with art by Bruno Redondo, making the Suicide Squad team that you did not care for responsible for putting Nightwing back on the map. And apparently Babs is going to be in the book quite a bit. What do you think about that?
Now,
She's gonna
Drew,
be Oracle.
calm down.
Why would they even think about that?
Honestly,
Are you throwing stones?
Probably my least favorite Suicide Squad book I've ever read, and I like the Squad, I do, but I pulled that off my pull list a few issues.
Really?
I couldn't get back into it.
It's
after
one of the
that.
best things that DC's put
It
out in
was
recent
forced.
days,
It
in
was
my
trying
opinion.
too hard to be something that it's not in my mind, and I was just kind of like, I'm over this.
It was very different from any other Suicide Squad book I ever read.
Yes.
That being said, that the art I thought was really good, really bright and fun, imaginative character designs that like played a little bit fast and loose because it was stylized, but at the same time, really adept artwork there, and with Bruno Redondo. And I like Tom Taylor, and I think that this is going to be another book on my pull list that my DC pull list has been shrinking as of late, and I think that Nightwing book is going to be something I need to pick up. Comic Book G Spot is in the chat. What's going on, Mr. Galvin?
Yeah, Mr. G. Say hello to Mrs. G for us, man. We always thinking about her. I hope she's doing better. We know she's been on the down low under the weather, but we hope she gets a little better, man, because Mrs. G, you know the place to be. It's watching the Double C. That's the Comic Core forevermore. Ain't that right for all you Raven fans out there? The Raven effect.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
just think that we might be in see, Gretzky says DC's lost him as a fan, calls it more crap that I won't be buying. Look, I can't say that I disagree with you a lot on that, Gretzky, because I think that they've done a lot to lose me as a fan over the past couple of years, even though that some of my favorite books have been from DC. I've been loving Suicide Squad, even though Kat didn't. I was a big fan of the Teen Titans run that just wrapped up. And anytime they give me some Super Sons, I am super psyched.
Yes.
But I think that when you look at what DC is going to be coming out with, it does raise some questions, as well as like gives you the I think that about 30% of what they're releasing looks exciting and new and different. And I think that 60% to 70% of what they're releasing is going to be Batman. And that just seems like we're getting a Joker series, right? Tinian and March are doing a Joker series.
Mhm.
They just did a Joker book, right? And we're getting another Joker book. Why? Because Joker will sell. We're getting a third Batman book. Why? Because Batman will sell. I'm sure we'll get some sort of GCPD book in there at some point. Nightwing is going to be refocused. So that's another Bat Family book.
Truth and Justice in March is a Superman book. I want to say it's kind of like one of those Superman books, Drew, that have just like maybe 3 of those stories in them. Like a little Ice Cream Man style, but Superman,
Yeah.
feel good stories.
Honestly, I think that that's a great opportunity for them. That's the way I always saw Superman, is like make Superman a story about the character. And Action Comics, you could always make an anthology story about the Superman family. It basically becomes a Superman family book where you can have a Lois Lane story, you can have a Super Son story, you can have a Connor Kent story, and you don't have to, you can keep that anthology style going, so that you can tell interesting stories with interesting characters without having to write them their entire own book. You can have, a little bit of a spotlight on characters that are a little more underserved and expand that universe without having to, then at that point I can just pick up Action Comics. I don't have to spend $30 following every Superman family character.
Or Annie. Hey, Annie, if you're like me, just like Drew said, I would like all that, but I would like the Shazam family characters. Hey, maybe
Same.
you got a little bully, picking on Freddie Freeman's little crippled self, and then he'd go Shazam and turns to like the Shazam Jr., I guess. I don't really know what his official name is. I guess they can't call him Captain Marvel Jr. because we got old Kamala Khan coming out, kicking
Right.
some ass pretty soon. So, yeah, I don't know what they're going to call him. What do you think they're going to call him, Annie? Do you think they'll call him Shazam Jr. or maybe like Freddy Jr.?
You can't even do like a Shazam 2, you know what I mean? Because everything, like, especially with Kamala Khan, having her Miss Marvel run, which I'm super excited about. I'm so excited to see how it's going to turn out for this up and coming star. This is her first acting credit. She has never been in anything else, and then she is now credited for Captain Marvel 2. So we are going to see that bridge from her independent series and Captain Marvel 2, which honestly, I'm more excited to see her as Captain Marvel in the second one, or as Miss Marvel than I am Captain Marvel. I don't really like Brie Larson.
Oh,
I don't really like Brie Larson.
Brie is so good.
It's kind of like watching
What,
paint
being
dry.
perpetually pissed
Oh
off?
man, that is some girl
It's kinda
hatred
like
there.
watching paint dry. With
I don't
No,
like-
Brie Larson
I
is
don't
that
like
girl.
Captain
You look at
Marvel.
her
I
and you're
don't
like,
like
she's
Brie
got that
Larson.
confidence, man.
Speaking of Brie
Larson's so great.
Larson, we got a guy here in the chat, and I just saw his name. Hey, where's the names at? Can we put the names back on screen? But I saw Randy Tischler from Baltimore Comic-Con, the founder, the president, the CEO.
What's
the
good,
dude
Randy?
From the Baltimore. And if you want more comics and you want more looks, you need to go see some comic books, because the next con you see down the line, you may even see Seawood 19. Because Randy, Bo Bandy, damn, you know you want some of that cotton ass candy, but you better quit eating because you'll be defeating. And then you'll have to go to the bathroom and probably take a shit. Anyway, I'm tired of rhyming. So, damn, I said Andy Banks, the boss. What do you think? Well,
Cute.
Anyway.
Cute.
good stuff by Randy.
Is that what you think, Randy?
Guys, I'm sorry.
Greetings.
Randy, those cheeseburgers, Randy. Hey, Randy, you know some of those cheeseburgers?
My internet went out.
Oh shit, man. Oh man, what the hell? Man?
Oh,
Are you on your phone?
Randy.
Mr. The comic book G Spot says she runs like a chicken.
Who runs like a
He runs
chicken?
like a chicken.
I'd like to know who she is.
Oh, Brie Larson, probably. No, don't say bad things about Brie Larson. If you guys watch the
Brie.
show Community, she is the cutest human being on the planet.
I do like Community.
I'm a big Brie Larson fan. When people say negative things about the true Captain Marvel, I have to go.
Oh,
Shazam?
what?
You're talking about Shazam?
Vector security.
You see my faces are red. I'm
Look.
gonna go like all out the gentleman Chris Adams during the final year. Chris Adams. I'm gonna go super kick, and then I'm gonna go shot.
Have you been watching that on YouTube? Because I keep getting suggested that video.
I'm once I finish watching it, I'm gonna post the link in our chat.
I watched the documentary the other night.
That probably
off of,
comes on your
off of Hannibal, off
too.
of Hannibal TV,
Drew.
right?
Hey, you
Off
guys
of
been
Hannibal TV?
watching?
Drew.
You guys watch Marky D
Oh.
123? He's awesome.
Drew,
Yeah. Yes.
Hulu dropped a trailer for the new season of Letterkenny being released.
Oh,
There's a new season of Letterkenny.
December 26th.
Oh, Randy.
I love the last season. The last season was
Yeah,
so
Randy.
great.
on here.
Is gonna pick up with the new season, and in the promo, they deal with the what happened with them kicking the shit out of Katie's boyfriend or whatever in the last season.
Mhm.
And she's like, oh, 20 guys beating up on one. It's like,
Yeah.
that how you handle things down here in
Dawn
Letterkenny?
of the Marines.
And, our boy saying, well, if you'd had more guys, would have kicked the shit out of them too.
Mhm.
I love that show. I thought that
That's such a good show.
the TSN segments at the beginning of like the hockey season last season was really great. I thought that was fantastic. Just some of the insider stuff and the way that those sports anchors were talking to each other was fantastic. I love that.
Do you guys
Really
watch
great show.
Little Letter Kenny also?
And not a fan.
What?
Little Letter Kenny.
Okay, so
It was a little
Letter
too
Kenny,
cheesy.
It's a cheesy little like animated like little snippets that they have.
Oh, okay,
They're-
gotcha.
It's
So they can
cute though.
I think the
capitalize
voice-
off of
Yeah.
like winning games.
Yeah, it's not what I want. I'd rather have more of like their YouTube style videos.
Little.
Yeah.
How about this, Drew? Little Jimmy
Little
always coming after Drew Manchu.
Ain't no little Jimmys here, man. Ain't no little Jimmys.
Oh wow.
We're doing it for the culture. We're keeping little Jimmy backstage.
You know, CBR did another kick-ass article. Chad, you're the man. You got the best articles in all the land. But the article was the top 10 rappers of wrestling of all time. And man, there was some good ones in there. And dude, it was like, it was 10, 9, 8. And one of my favorite wrestlers is R-Truth.
What's up?
The Truth Killings, who's also a pretty, he's pretty damn good, like freestyle rapper. And so if you're a pretty damn good freestyle rapper, you go into the studio and you have time to write down the rhymes that you're so inclined to divine all the audience to all the time, whatever. Hell, I don't even know if that's a rhyme or if that was a show. But let me tell you, on the down low, I kept going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I think 2 might have been John Cena. You know, can't see me. DDD. But anyway, when I hit that one, it was
Macho Man Randy Savage.
No, Macho was on there.
You man, Hulk.
But number one,
Oh man.
on the Truth Killings, my favorite. And when we play WWE 2K19, sometimes I use All Truth and Chad, Drew Manchu, and the Seawood 192. By the end of the match, they know they got that little Jimmy. That's it. And they did. And I win. Yeah. Oh man, I love rhyming for old Annie Banks. Man, Annie Banks, the old legend, always has a good freestyle. And
He
sometimes,
does.
I mean,
Hey, Reg, I think you should set up a SoundCloud. If you set up a SoundCloud, I would listen to it. I would subscribe to it.
Wow, do it.
I think you should
Hell
be a
yeah.
SoundCloud popular.
I think it's
Honestly, I think if you started just
when
like
you got one
making-
of the best voices in all the land, you can't say no to any of that. In that hand, it's all good. You know, I'm gonna start one of them. What do they call SoundCloud?
Mhm.
Have you heard?
Yeah, you should.
That's
I think
mad.
you should do it.
That's mad. We're not listening to the ad.
You know what else I got? I got the Epidemic Sound. I got the audios. I got the tracks.
Oh God.
It's gonna be good.
Mhm, mhm.
Hold on.
This man's got a whole studio.
Hey, Michelle's back. Let's add Michelle back to the screen. Miss Michelle. Whoa, 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 Randy. Randy, sorry, man.
AKA Mr. Perfect. Just want to let you know that you're best, but you'll never be.
What's going on with your
What is
camera?
What's going on?
Why are you in the dark?
Where's my camera at?
You're in the dark.
I can see a little bit.
You're like
Where's the camera at? Guys, I just this like a week ago.
Oh
2 weeks
man, someone put on the big screen. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? Hey, it's good
I
to
was
see
sitting in
you.
the dark.
oh my gosh.
Turn a light on.
Hey, Barbarian Kung Fu's in the house. We also got the comic book G Spot.
Ricky Mark's that.
Hey, there you
Mark's
go.
There you go. Now we can see him.
Oh, damn, G Spot. I was like, damn. Oh, yes. Yes.
Now you're backlit.
There we go. That's the way. it is.
Okay, now we can see him.
All right, we figured it out.
You know, I was gonna ask Michelle, welcome back to the show. You know, well, first let me just say this. I went to Chicago C2E2. I went to Baltimore,
Yeah, that's where it's
to the
at.
Baltimore Comic Con. You know, I went to these live events, and you know who was there? your son, the superstar Mark BKR, the man behind the bar, one of the best, above all the rest. And let me just say, being a dad, and having 2 kids and myself and
We
everything.
got Chad back.
I see, some good. I don't see what the f that shit is.
Yeah, zoomed in on his eyeball.
He's crying.
A big ass eyeball looking like some kind of damn Igor from
You feel
Young Frankenstein. But anyway, I just want to say, Mark BKR, one of the best. You did good with that one.
Thank you. You pour some good into it, and you'll get some good out of it.
There you go.
That's what I keep on trying to say, but nobody let me pour anything into it.
Man, me and Mark, we had some good rhymes together and some good times together. And the singing, we were singing in Baltimore. We were singing in Chicago because Annie Banks lives in Chicago. She's from Chicago.
I do. It's a pretty dope city.
Well, the comics is from Chicago.
Yes, he is.
He's Chicago. Oh, what's my main man?
One guy named
wordballoon.com.
John Suntress.
From Chicago?
John Suntress, yeah.
Yeah, John Suntress is a Chicago guy.
You know who else is from Chicago? Like I don't know, like
Sven Gulli, right?
Probably like 20 million of
them. Oh yeah, Sven Gulli's super cool.
From the
CM
50s
Punk
all the way. Yeah, CM Punk. Yeah, Chicago. Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Christmas here, Annie.
Let me take a look at your. Wow, look at the snow.
Hey, Drew, let's
my
get this
goodness.
on the big
So
screen
much
here, Drew.
snow in
We're getting this
Pittsburgh,
on the big
dude.
screen.
You don't have any.
How many inches?
Oh, I
do
got
you
it.
guys
I got
get?
it. I got you, buddy.
We got 2
I can't
feet.
even find my mouse.
Holy cow!
2 feet,
Oh,
man.
look at that.
Talking about Christmas over there in
Can you turn
Pittsburgh.
your camera like panoramic, man? Give me some of that.
Yeah, do the panoramic, bro.
What are you
Give me
doing
some of that.
outside?
I want to see that side.
Oh,
Yes, there she is.
that's still not right.
How do I can't.
It's okay. It's all right. Let's see some snowmen and stuff. Dude, I dare you to just start.
I want to
whipping it out.
see
I want to see you whip
Pittsburgh
it
and
out.
Christmas time.
Chad,
Well,
jump.
there's no-
I want to
Dude,
see you pissing
we're
in
snowing in
Pittsburgh.
That's what I'm saying. I like what you're,
That's
you're
crazy.
about.
That'd be a crazy Inzer move.
That'd be like Slick with a Keem and Big
Hey,
Boss Man.
Chad,
What?
do you want to build a snowman?
I do. I tried to.
Did
But
you
it's
bring
like-
your wig outside?
It's too fluffy. It's too fluffy.
It's too fluffy. That's quitters talk.
It's cold, isn't it? You have a
You
jacket.
got fluffy snow. We
don't
got
have
rain
hats
in between
now?
our coats, so ours is all icy. We're still covered nice.
You got long sleeves, right, dude?
Dude, you need
No,
hats and snow.
I'm wearing shorts.
Holy crap! That's why you're
Why are
freezing
you
out
always
there.
wearing shorts in the cold?
Why'd you go outside?
Because I wanted to.
Oh,
I
showing
wanted-
us the outside.
Oh,
No,
look,
I
it's
know.
a Christmas tree.
Oh, is that a gnome?
Yeah,
Very
see?
nice. Very nice.
Yeah, we can't see him. And you see a tree?
Well, hold on.
Shake 'em.
Oh,
There it is. I see it.
Oh yeah, there he goes.
It's a gnome.
Now it's a gnome.
And there's a snowman.
I mean, honestly, you had to tell me it was a gnome for me to figure it out, so it's not that great. But
Parson Brown.
Lack of imagination. Whoever said that.
it is cold.
Yeah, you're in shorts.
Now it's like a
Pants
Baltimore,
on.
it's not a Baltimore, it's a Blair Witch Trial event.
Chad's gonna come back on crying with snot running out of his face.
Wait. Oh, wait.
Wait,
Are you locked out?
Tyler, go
Yeah,
to bed.
he locked it.
That or sound like
You better wait till that Fortnite round's over. You're not getting in.
Tyler.
Tyler's
Let
not
me-
gonna let you in. Tyler's gonna keep your ass outside.
How old is Tyler?
Randy fucking Fishburne.
Thanks.
Oh, he let you in.
Say hi, Ty.
Hey Tyler. Hey Tyler.
What's
Come on, Tyler.
Oh,
Oh, come on, man. Hey Tyler.
Say hi.
Hey
Say
Tyler.
hi.
What's up? That's a good-looking kid, man. Holy crap! Does he play
Settle
basketball?
down, John Tunstall.
All right. I'm sorry. Oh, there it is. The basement. Whoa, the tree.
There's the tree.
Mom wants to know if you
Big
can
ass
find
TV
a
over there. Oh,
baby
workroom.
Yoda or
That workroom,
ornament
man. Dude, I have that workroom. I'm looking
Which
like
one am
Scott Hall.
before Christmas.
Today's Scott Hall.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
That's even better shape than what I'm in.
There you go.
Today's version. What, 60?
Guys, do you know what it is in 45 minutes?
What is it in
What-
45
what's
minutes?
45 minutes?
It's Woodard Day.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Did you say Saturday?
It is Saturday.
He
And
would
this
be
Saturday is
right.
Woodard Day.
What
It's
a
Carson's
day.
birthday. I know he's probably playing Cyberpunk right now, and ignoring us and pretending he's at work.
He's
But
pretending he's asleep right now.
he's
One of the
probably-
news bills was about Cyberpunk.
yeah, I think that we're gonna have a good time celebrating Carson's birthday tomorrow.
What a day.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
You gotta do something.
I'm gonna play some.
You gotta do something for him.
Look, you know what? I'll live stream on the Comic Core tomorrow from noon to 4. How about that?
How about
What game are you gonna play, Drew?
No, I'm not gonna play a game. I'm just gonna, maybe, you know what? Maybe we'll
What's an
talk
auction?
Carson. You know what? Maybe I'll sell some books. Yeah, that's what I'll do. All right, I'm gonna go live tomorrow at noon on the Comic Core, and I'm gonna live stream for Carson's birthday. Yeah,
Yeah, he was Tadarian. I said Nubian.
huh?
What's a Nubian?
A Nubian. Oh, yeah, from a Nabubian.
Naboo man.
I don't know.
Yeah, that princess, she one of them Nabubians.
Oh my god.
Oh
I
no.
think we're officially off the rails, folks.
Hey, you know what though?
We did
I
it.
have been rewatching.
We made it this
all
far.
of-
We're officially off the rails, everyone.
I'm not totally off the rails. You
What
know
are we
how-
rewatching?
It's all accurate.
You're rewatching what?
I'm watching all of the Star Wars now.
Thank
I
God.
Did that?
I haven't seen any Mandalorian. I've never watched the Mandalorian before.
Why not?
seen it-
You're
I've seen
missing
about-
out.
Why not?
4 seasons
Hello.
of Clone Wars back in the day.
You watch that
Damn
Rebels
good
shit.
Four.
show.
There's 7 of them. Come on, keep up.
The kids,
Legend.
are-
The kid is
the
throwing
two
you
kids
out.
through the years, even though the oldest, he's seen all the Star Wars stuff, but I'm rewatching it. So I've got episode 2, and that's what I'm watching tomorrow. And then I'll be starting all those kick-ass Clone Wars
Episode
shows.
2, we got. Ooh, okay, I see you. I
Episode
see you.
2 is pretty cool. Remember episode 2?
I do remember episode 2.
Man, it's like the Star Wars version romance of.
Why was Hayden
It's
Christensen
like
so
Twilight.
extremely stiff?
It's like a Twilight romance.
the way he was
It's so
direct.
between them.
funny to me.
Yeah,
It's
him and
so funny
Padme.
to me.
It was
Oh my
supposed to be a callback to the old adventure films, the old melodrama.
So awkward. He's
Like
got his little
Shane or
Padawan braid. He makes me
Yeah, where they
scream
were
like
hugging and
Sam.
stuff.
I'm happy that he's going to get a chance to redeem himself, and I'm super
I hope
happy
he
about it. No
God.
spoilers, spoiler free. This guy, the Boba Fett, and his involvement in the Mandalorian has been great. But the best guest star in the Mandalorian history happened on the finale. It was so
Oh
good.
my god.
It was. It
Oh my
was.
god,
what-
Drew.
no spoilers.
Yeah,
No, I know. No, I know.
Spoilers.
But it was like I didn't know that I wanted it as much as I ended up enjoying it. I was
Well, I thought it was going to be someone else that
Yeah.
bore a very similar resemblance to this individual. And then Chad called me this morning about this episode, and he was like, "Do you know how they altered this individual to appear that way?" And they used the likeliness of 2 different actors for this character. They used the likeliness of the one very iconic individual that we see at the end from a past, 40 something years. And then you have Sebastian Stan.
right. So they actually
Which-
used that.
That was really cool because I've seen Sebastian Stan fan casted as this individual character time and time again, especially in this one specific look that we see this particular surprise guest show up in. And I thought that was, I love Sebastian Stan. I think he's the coolest guy ever. I love my Bucky. And I didn't really notice that until it was pointed out to me. I was like, oh my God, that's Sebastian Stan, but also not Sebastian Stan. And also, and it was just a really emotional sequence leading up to that end. And even the post-credit scenes. Do you think, Drew, that the other character involved in that post-credit sequence, do you think that they should have been there?
Sure.
Yeah?
I think that's going to be
like
the Mandalorian.
Do you want to see more of this character?
Yeah, spoiler alert, Chad.
I'm trying to avoid spoilers, my guy.
Why?
Legend hasn't watched it yet.
Do you want me to just say it?
He was here, though, a minute ago. I don't know when he's going to pop in and out.
I don't want to spoil it for Ledge.
I was trying to be respectful, but that's not my game, so I can.
You were doing a good job of it, too.
Kat, what do you want? Do you guys want to do a full-on Mandalorian review real quick?
Yes.
Cat's on mute.
Unmute me. Anywho, yes.
All right,
Yes.
Michelle, do you want to talk about Mandalorian?
I haven't seen it. My husband
What are you
watched
eating?
the series, but a cookie,
A cookie?
You and Mark are so.
peanut butter cookie. Well, it's like 12. We eat about every 2-3 hours.
There you go.
Cool. So, all right. Annie and Kat,
Okay.
begin.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Feels.
Wow.
Feels. Dude.
What an
Okay,
episode.
okay,
Like,
okay.
At first I was like, okay, this is a really slow burn for a season finale that I just heard outstanding things about. Like they were just, it was just raving across the board. And I was like, okay, this is really slow. I don't really see what the excitement is about. I'm kind of bored. And then they got to the midpoint. And I was like, oh, you got, you bring back Bo-Katan. I'm like, all right, there's Bo-Katan and her little Sasha Banks on the side.
Her little side, Sasha.
Her little side Mando. Her little side Mando ho.
Well, I mean, did you? Okay, here I'm gonna dive right into asking you guys.
Go for it.
All right. So step one, the whole Bo-Katan and pretty cool. The siege onto the ship. They're making the deal.
That was pretty neat. I did like that.
I like the whole the women, the female. It seemed like the whole female lead group that took over the ship.
Oh yeah,
them fighting
Right.
through to get
where they're going hallway to
Bridge.
hallway to hallway against
Yeah.
the stormtroopers.
I will tell you, in my honest opinion,
I just
that-
I want to like Gina Carano more.
Well, and yeah, I can see that. But I don't think she's going to be renewed on some of the new shows coming up because of some statements she has made recently. They actually asked her to apologize for them, so I don't think she's going to be back. The problem is, I thought it was not a great ending. I thought it was kind of boring and lackluster and really fan. I don't know. I think everybody just wanted to see Luke Skywalker. And,
Oh my God, Luke
Dad.
Skywalker.
Yeah.
What did I say to
Space
you
twink.
when I said I just got done watching the episode? What was the first thing I said to you?
Twink.
You were sad about it.
He is. He's a little space twink, and he shows up in his black velvet and his Chanel boots, fresh out of Starlight Cut. You're gonna tell me I'm wrong?
He is.
No,
Yes.
I just never heard it put that way.
That's what he is. Luke Skywalker. I love him. He's one of my favorite characters in media because he's just such a he strikes me as like a Twinkie golden retriever.
Yeah, Obi-Wan kind of was a.
He's like
I
a
love
Twinkie
Obi-Wan.
cowboy
No,
Kinda have that
Obi-Wan
daddy
fan
vibe
yet.
too.
Western that's wearing all white.
No Obi-Wan slander allowed. That is my boy. But yeah, no. I am thrilled. I am like elated that they brought back Mark Hamill. What a just oh my god. What a really brilliant way. This show is crafted so I've got a lot of feelings about The Mandalorian. This show is crafted so well that it is marketed and produced and just kept under such tight wraps. You know, I would have never guessed. Like I said earlier, I really thought it was going to be Ezra Bridger because I see the black robes and the green saber, and I was like, that could be Luke, and it's probably not going to be Luke, but it could be Luke, and it was Luke. You know,
I really thought that Boba Fett was probably as far as they were going to go into original trilogy.
Do you think that they're going to pick up the book of Boba Fett before or after Sarlacc Pit?
No, I think the Boba Fett show is going to be Boba Fett as kind of the king of the underworld.
Okay. He's so cool. I just think he's the coolest. But okay, how cool were those dark troopers?
The dark troopers were awesome.
I really like that design. I like them better than the actual stormtroopers. I think they're just super neat.
Yeah, and that design was lifted right from the video games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so.
And Giancarlo Esposito as Moff Gideon, I really think it's really a very never before seen type of thing writing this villain. Because yeah, we're all aware of this villain. We know about Mandalore. We know that Mandalorian is going to rule Mandalore because he's the Darksaber, blah, 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 blah. But I like that they had this looming threat. And he's not faced head on with this threat until he really has to be. You know, like we know, and we're kind of waiting. And I knew I was waiting in anticipation because you just only see glimpses of this big bad. And that big bad exists, but it's not. I saw someone describe The Mandalorian as every side quest in a video game that you could possibly deviating from the main plot. I think it's a really great analogy because you got Ahsoka, you got the other Mandalorians, you got the Frog Lady, you got Cobb Vanth, who I would like to see return. I liked Timothy Olyphant as Cobb Vanth. I thought he was super spicy. I think it's neat how they formulated this show. I don't know why they're not handing the keys to Lucasfilm over to Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni right now. I don't know why they do that.
Well, they really definitely, like you said, it's like playing an RPG watching that show.
Yeah.
Because you find the person you need to talk to. There's a little bit of action, and then you have the conversation, and then they lay out the quest, and then you go on the journey, and you get the item, and then you go back to that person, and they tell you the next person you need to go talk to. And you know, there's a little action spliced into that, but I feel like this feels like playing Fallout 4 or Skyrim.
Yeah.
Dude, it really feels like playing the classic Roberta Williams, Sierra Entertainment, King's Quest. And I'm talking from the old days. I'm like maybe 380, like a 386 DOS, maybe 4.
It's a lot like playing Red Dead, honestly, too. I feel like every other person is just
That is such a good game.
Every other character in this show is just a different version of Crips, you know?
I love a little bit of that Red Dead. I play it all the time.
It's true.
Hey, Mom, what are you drinking?
Just water right now.
It's good. Hydration's important.
I'm drinking Dr. Pepper.
I saw that you were eating a cookie, so I had to go get some cookies myself.
I know. I'm looking like I probably need a few more.
That time of year where cookies are good to go. I think Mandalorian's done everything right. I think there's not too much that I could really ask for more from the dang thing.
One of the things about The Mandalorian that has struck me significantly, I'm fluent in American Sign Language, and I've studied the language intensively for the past 4 years, and I think it is a beautiful language. I think that the deaf community is a unwavering, very storm-skinned community.
You don't have to say it that loud; they can't hear you.
What?
Never mind. It was a bad joke.
What? I can't hear
said you don't have to say it that loud; they can't hear you.
What?
Exactly.
I'm kidding.
I said they don't have to say it that loud.
I can't hear you. No. But with the Tusken Raiders, especially, something that really, really, really touched me as someone who kind of puts myself in the position of the Mandalorian in this place, where I can really see from his perspective and point of view having that multilingual barrier, or not even breaking that multilingual barrier, excuse me, where he translates into this language, you know, and they are using Tusken Sign Language. And, you know, that was a new pioneered idea, because someone who used sign, a deaf individual who was working on the Mando production, it was like, what if we used this language instead of creating another alien language? What if we broke this glass ceiling of inclusivity, or whatever Star Wars might think inclusivity is, and use this sign language that we made up and we pioneered? I just love that. That is one of my favorite details of the show. You know, it's a very personal detail. Same thing with like Matt Fraction writing in ASL for his panels. But
and in that Mandalorian show, were the Tusken Raiders using the ASL?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's so special. I mean,
you see what I mean?
I bet you were just tearing up and stuff.
I was, and you know, seeing it come back,
probably
not only for the first season, but to relate into the second season, it's such a special moment for me, and I really just admire how well they represented that.
Giving a shout out to all the, you know, folks that know sign language and everything.
And you know, watching it for the first time, like, oh my god, is that sign? And I was automatically, I wanted to translate it for myself, and then I realized, I was like, this isn't a real, you know, dialect, but the way that they're using it is so accurate. And you know, you see kind of that branch from season 1 to season 2 in the first episode when they defeat the Great Dragon and get the which we never got to follow up on. You know, that was kind of something that I wanted to see more of. But you see Timothy Oliphant get really, really worked up because there's no communication, and he's just getting pissed. And you know, Mando steps in and he starts mitigating the conversation. I'm like, this is real for a fictional intergalactic series about alien worlds and space cowboys and all that cool stuff. This is real, and it was a really touching moment.
I think it's important that those kind of immersive moments happen in Star Wars, because I feel like when Star Wars is at its best, it's immersive, and when it's at its worst, it's a situation like I would say you just watch Clone Wars or Attack of the Clones, Legend, and the scene with the guy in the diner. It's just like there wouldn't be a Brooklyn-style diner on Coruscant. It just wouldn't be like that. It would be so totally different, and that kind of thing like breaks the immersion. And like, I really like the Solo movie, but the fact that the big giant worm creature at the beginning speaks English is just, it's bad. Like that character shouldn't speak English because its mouth shouldn't be able to formulate the words and make the right shapes to make the right sounds. That's why like Jabba the Hutt sounds the way he does, because that's the way his mouth is shaped. And like, you hear the bug-like creatures have more of a clicking language, and the fact that you have the Tusken Raiders who speak in sign language because their verbal communication is much more primitive than most of the other humanoid characters. But I just think that that's something when those kind of things that seem like such small details get overlooked, it breaks the immersion and costs you a little bit of street cred out there.
I could not put that better. You know, it's these attention to details that, you know, really tie this ongoing continuous stream of lore and the love for this universe that George Lucas dreamt up, you know, that is totally skyrocketed out of something I don't think he himself would have imagined to be so universally impactful and meaningful to a lot of people. And you know, you go back and you laugh at the original trailer, you know, you laugh at the prequels, Attack of the Clones, you know, Phantom Menace.
I think they all have their pluses and their minuses.
They have their charms and they have their pleasantries. But at the same time, I think you could still pick on how outdated those early 2000 ones are, you know?
Well, I think that's what's so cool in my opinion about the prequels is that has become one of my favorite eras in Star Wars. Even
I
though
love
I'm an
it.
original trilogy kid, but I love the Clone Wars and Rebels
Yeah.
so much, and it's done so much to flesh those stories out. Where I feel like Mandalorian is just starting to flesh out the post Jedi, universe beyond the sequel trilogy, which I find repugnant in so many ways.
The Last Jedi is the only piece of sequel lore besides like
It's-
Rogue
The
One.
Last Jedi is so bad, and it might be the worst film ever made. And
I have a
I've
question
seen
for
Born of
you.
the Blood Llama.
I have a question for you. So in Rogue One, when we see Luke
Mhm.
and Yoda, is that Yoda or is that Grogu?
It's got in Rogue One,
Or not Rogue One, in Last Jedi.
Last Jedi. No,
Do you think that's Grogu or do you think it's Yoda? No,
it's
we
Yoda.
have. Do you think it's Yoda?
It's
That's
definitely Yoda.
He's like
Yeah, he has
way
Yoda
too
things to
old.
say.
Oh, that's right. He's on ketamine or something. You're right.
too old, and he's a master. I would think Grogu would still be young and
Grogu
agile
got sliced up
for-
by Kylo Ren when he lost his shit.
You know what?
I don't like Kylo Ren. I think he's a wimp.
I hate Kylo Ren. I think he's terrible. I think
do
Kylo
not
Ren
like
is one of
Kylo
the
Ren.
worst things about those
when I think
movies.
of Kylo Ren, I think of one of Annie's favorite movies. That being Spider-Man 3, with
I
him
love
going down,
Spider-Man 3.
strutting through the streets. That's what I think of.
Spider-Man 3 is
Dance
way
moves.
better than The Last Jedi.
That's what I think
Get
of.
out there.
I do
Kylo
love
Ren
Sandman on
strutting
that
down.
movie.
I do love.
Yeah,
I do
Sandman
love
was
Tobey
great.
Maguire
Those two would strut.
Venomized.
I also
Yeah.
like
I
that
do think
guy.
that was. I love that movie.
I don't know. I think that they get
Strut.
Venom way more right in Spider-Man 3 than they get him in the Venom movie.
Hey, but did Tobey Maguire make out with Venom like Tom Hardy had to?
Classic Bell.
I don't know. Maybe.
They rang
I
the bell on it.
maybe it's lost footage. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a good monster.
Are we gonna have? I heard that. So, is it confirmed that Toby is coming back for
Yeah.
the new Spider-Man 3?
Yes, he will be a Spider-Man.
All of them.
He will be a Spider-Man.
He will be playing Pete Spiderman,
Wow.
Spider
Not to be
Law.
confused with Peterman Spider Parker.
Yes, yes. Pete Spiderman Parkerman.
Yes, that's the one.
Well, for all you Spider-Man fans out there, and the kick-ass comic horror, the great legend himself has to go. But
Oh, goodbye,
tonight-
Led.
I think we're gonna
It's
call
been
it a
an
night
awesome
altogether.
show.
I think
You
we're
think
gonna
so?
end it here.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
think
well,
it's been an hour
let's
and
do
a
it,
half,
man.
man.
Let's do it.
We got to let Mark's mom get some rest. She's already
Good
had a
night,
hard
Mom.
enough
Mark's
life
mom.
having to raise Mark. We can only imagine. Thank you so much, Michelle, for coming on and joining us and gracing us with some great Mark stories. He's a vital part of our show and our community here, and one of the best. And we're happy that you could join us this special time of year to share the story about Mark stealing jeans and wearing them to school and not wanting to give them back. That's going to make me smile forever.
Yeah.
I give them back eventually. I don't think I can fit them anymore.
I can't either.
No.
All right. Merry Christmas to all of you.
Merry Christmas,
Happy
Michelle.
holidays.
Thank you so much. Legend, take us out, man. Sign us all off.
Thank y'all so much for watching the Comic Core Friday night. Man, we talked a lot about the DC, the future state, the future slate, all the damn stuff where you want to be and where you want to get. But anyways, we got to go. We got that. Well, listen, DC, we talked everything, Star Wars, Mandalorian, all that good stuff. And for our favorites here, Michelle, the mom, of course, of Mark, BKR, the superstar, Cat Ren Figures, also known as Cinema Figures, the sister channel of Cat Ren Figures, Drew Manchu, baby, the boss, Annie Banks, and the great legend saying peace out. God bless.
Horticulture.
Hi, I'm Shane. I like mail.